to help their neighborhoods. You are seeing scenes like that again and again, over and over. We don't know the total extent of the damage. We don't know just how bad this is because the winds are still really strong. There's still a lot of smoke cover that we're seeing from those aerial shots. And officials say LA is still in a place of getting worse before it gets better. Here's what we are seeing. The Palisades, a neighborhood that's up, in the hills of the city. It's up above Santa Monica there, decimated. Homes and shopping centers and restaurants that have been standing for decades are gone. You've got some estimates already showing $10 billion in losses. The Pacific Coast Highway, it is iconic. It is burning. People have left. Parts of that interstate are totally shut down. More than a dozen schools are closed. Some are relocating classes out of red zones. And now those evacuation zones are getting even bigger. You have tens of thousands of people who have been told to leave. A state of emergency. This is the evacuation order for the Palisades fire. We've just gotten word that it may have extended even a bit further down the coastline here into Santa Monica. You see the Eaton fire there, the Hearst fire there. Power outages, you got 1.5 million people who do not have electricity tonight. And just to give you a sense of how many people this is affecting, 19 million people are now at risk. And by the way, one of the houses in that evacuation zone belongs to Vice President Kamala Harris. President Biden has happened to have been in LA overnight last night. He just left a few hours ago after being briefed in Santa Monica. Bill Cairns is going to join us later with the forecast. We've got Dana Griffin and Jacob Soboroff with us, but I want to start with Morgan Chesky, who's live for us in Altadena. And Morgan, it is hard to watch. I see the smoke filling the horizon behind you there. Tell me what you're seeing on the ground and what you're hearing from folks who have evacuated.
Hallie, folks here are entering 24 hours of hell in Altadena. We have the smoke behind me. We have smoke on the other side. We are essentially encircled and enshrouded by this Eaton fire, which was 400 acres, now nearly 10,000 acres. That gives you a glimpse at how quickly it's moved. We were just about a half mile up this road, Hallie, on Lake Avenue, one of the main thoroughfares here in Altadena. It is utter heartbreak in every direction you look. Fire crews having to give up the firefight because they don't have any water, and that is why sites like this one, Carlos, if we can pan around, this is a rare sight, Hallie. Take a good look at this because you are not going to see a lot of hydrants with hoses hooked up that are running full right now. We had a chance to witness 2 firefights just about an hour ago. Fire crews there telling me they could have potentially saved a structure or at least part of it, but they didn't have enough water pressure. And that is something we keep hearing not only with the Palisades fire, but at this Eaton fire as well. I'm going to be quiet here just for a second. There is a fire alarm going off just down the block, Hallie, because this firefight is so active, and that's what stretched fire crews so incredibly thin. Frustrating for us to watch firefighters stand and look up at a building and realize there's little to nothing they can do. If you look above that roof, Hallie, you'll see the smoke coming out.